start off, just thoughts on winning a title and getting into the NCAA tournament for the first time since 2018.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I came to Utah State was to win. When I left Detroit, was having some success there, so I knew my next stop I wanted to go somewhere where I could win, and have been able to do that. Just haven't been able to get over that hump of winning the tournament, the conference tournament, and getting into the NCAA. So glad we could finally do it. Glad we could do it with this group. They're excited.
And then kind of a little bit of nugget of history with Utah State tennis is when we made the ITA indoors in 2018 is because we beat number 9 TCU.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you like with your team's chances going up against admittedly a tough team in Oklahoma?
First thing I'm going to do once I get out of here is I'm going to start looking up the team, looking up the players, see if I can get some scouting reports, and hopefully have a better answer to that question.
So just what's it been for you kind of building this team up? I mean, you took over this team, you had COVID, all this kind of stuff, and finally getting this team over the hump to the NCAA tournament. Just what has that truly meant for you after several years with this program?
Yeah. I came in during COVID, and we were down. I think we only won 3 matches that year, so I had to build things back to where they were. The 2 previous coaches, James Wilson and Clancy Shields, did a phenomenal job here, so I'm glad that we were able to build it back, and won a conference championship regular season a couple of years ago, and have been pretty consistent, top 2, 3 in the conference. So definitely excited that we were able to win the tournament, to be a part of that. I can't help but think of all the work that the guys have put in this year and how much they've improved from the fall until now. The development here has just been unbelievable.
Coach, you were just talking about grit in that other room. Just how important was, going through the adversity you guys went through in this Mountain West tournament, and to be able to overcome that, because you guys were sort of cruising along there for quite a while, but to really have to face that adversity and power through that.
Well, I was thinking about that going into the tournament, that score lines, it looked like it had been relatively easy. I mean, it wasn't. The talent in the conference this year is as high as it's ever been. There's more teams in the conference this year, but was just thinking about all the sweeps that we had early in the year, what was going to happen when we were pushed. And we've lost a few 4-3 matches earlier in the year, so to be able to get it done in the semis and finals was incredible, because wasn't really sure what to expect, but really trust the guys, could see how determined they were going into the tournament, how excited they were for it, so glad we could do it.
How difficult does preparation kind of become, because you've just gone through conference schedule and know all the teams, you watch film on all, and then suddenly you're facing a team admittedly you know really nothing about because you haven't faced them. Just how difficult does that preparation become for all the guys?
Well, I was talking to them earlier today at practice about, we try to have scouting reports, and sometimes the scouting reports are spot on, sometimes they're not. So if they're not, then it's all about preparation. And a few of the matches that we played this week in the conference tournament, could think back to specific things we were doing as a team or individually that helped us get prepared for the matchups that we had. Because going to the conference tournament, we don't know exactly what the matchups are going to be until all the lineups are released. So we haven't seen Oklahoma, we haven't seen any of the other teams in that division. So we got to trust that everything we've done up to this point is going to prepare us for success.
And obviously a big part of that success has been in doubles. And you guys, went through a really long streak of winning all these doubles points in matches. Did drop that point against UNLV. And Oklahoma has a very strong doubles team as well. So just how important is, starting strong and winning that doubles point going to be to potentially upsetting Oklahoma?
Oh, it's huge. It's 1 point. But a minimum 4 guys have to come out as winners. We did lose the doubles point to UNLV. Last regular season of the match, we lost the doubles point to Boise, so we proved ourselves we can still figure out a way to get 4 points. But it's definitely huge going into a match like this. Obviously a lot more momentum moving into singles. And our doubles has very much improved this year. Last year we struggled a little bit at the beginning of the season, but our doubles has improved a lot. And today in practice, we did, especially at the end, a lot of double stuff. So definitely want to make sure that we come out and and compete in doubles, and I know we will. I know the guys are going to be so excited as soon as we get on the court and the match starts.
And how much will you be leaning on, JB, someone who has competed in the SEC, obviously, the senior, the leader of this group? How much will you sort of lean on him and just, helping to galvanize the group, prepare the group for this tough SEC matchup?
Yeah, he's the oldest guy on the team. He has seen some SEC action, so we're actually going to get ready to go meet right now as a team. So I'll be curious to get his thoughts. But one thing that I think we have shown this year is everybody that's been playing is somebody that we can count on.
What has it kind of been like for you as coach and as a program to be part of an athletic department where, like, everywhere you look, some of the other programs are winning championships. You're winning championships. I mean, you had Manny in there watching the selection show where they won her Mountain West champions. Just what's it been like being part of?
Well, I hope the fan base here really appreciates what they have in Utah State athletics. It's not like this really anywhere else. To have 9 conference, I think that's where we're at right now, 9 conference championships. That's incredible. So for the fans out there, enjoy it, appreciate it, because it's not like this at every other university.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.